we're excited that we're still here. And we are very much looking forward to playing a really, really good Temple team on Saturday. I've known Fran Dunphy for a long, long time. He's a good friend and an exceptional coach. I think it'll be a terrific game. Our players are anxious and our coaches are anxious. So I will entertain any questions.
Okay, way over on the left.
Bob Baum from Associated Press over here, Coach. Fran was saying you're a better person than you are a coach. I guess that means you're a good person and a good coach too. But he also talked
Maybe.
He also talked about. I just thinking there's other definitions there, but he also talked about taking his Penn team up and winning at Michigan one time. Can you reminisce?
He didn't say that, did he?
Yeah.
I think the referees cost us the game. I do remember that. I don't remember names, but he had guys that were lights out shooting the ball against us, and they beat us in our building. And I congratulated him, tucked my chin to my chest, and walked out. He's exactly right. I wish he hadn't said that, but he's exactly right.
All the way in the back.
Coach Troy Hirsch from Fox 5 in San Diego. Your players, Billy, Kawhi, and Malcolm, have been on the receiving ends of lots of alley-oops from each other, from Chase, from DJ. Can you talk, when you talk to them, do you encourage them to do things like that? Is that something that they come up with on their own? How do those alley-oops that really excite the crowd come about?
You make a basketball play. The things that I have talked about is don't do something in a game that I've never seen in practice. So if a basic two-hand chest pass is sufficient, that's what you want to do. But if you're running and you're in front of me and I can put it up and you get a guy as long and athletic as some of them are, then you put it up and it looks good when it's completed. So we've got a team that likes to get out and run. You can only do that if you guard and rebound the ball, and we've done a good job of that to allow ourselves to get out and run. And I think when we've run with thoughtfulness, we've run with intelligence, we've run with a purpose.
Over here on the left.
Brandon Stone, KUSI. After looking at your tape, the tape against Temple, what do you think about Lavoy Allen and ways that you can make to stop him tomorrow?
First team All-League, 3 times all defensive league. He's very, very good. Got big, strong hands. He's a tough guard. He's not got the accolades for nothing. So we'll work hard. We'll try to make him catch it where he's a little bit uncomfortable, and then hope that he misses shots and try to keep him from getting second and third opportunities.
Right here.
Coach, Ryan Finley here with the Arizona Daily Star in Tucson. How do you explain the way Billy's been playing maybe the last 4 or 5 games? What's he doing differently? What's he doing better?
Billy has been absolutely sensational for a long stretch. Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. For a long stretch where he's had moments like that before, where he had I think a 30-plus point game against Gonzaga, and he would come back with a lesser performance after that. I think Billy is. I know Billy has become more active. If you watch our game from Northern Colorado, Billy several times pursued the ball from long distance and he had 7 offensive rebounds. One of the things we had talked to him about all season is he was too stationary. He would stand and watch and not allow the athleticism to come into play. But that's not the only thing. I think Billy has found a way to manage his emotions. He's an emotional guy, and that can be a help or a hindrance, and he's turned it into a help. We took him out in the Northern Colorado game. He had a couple of stretches where he didn't play particularly well, and he came over shaking his head, and he said, what's wrong with me? I got to get my game together. I got to get my act together, and sat down and did just that, rather than coming over and say to somebody, why is he taking me out? What did I do? And I think so many things are controlled by the mental part of your game. And so I'm hoping that he keeps it up for whatever it is that he's doing. I mean, he's played really, really well for an extended stretch for us now.
Over here on the left.
Coach, Reggie Miller-Turner, CBS. In a perfect world, what kind of tempo and pace would you like to see tomorrow in the game, especially from you guys?
Reggie, we're a team that likes to run, and yet we're not a team that's going to run for 40 minutes. We want to create some turnovers and run off of turnovers, have you take maybe a little different shot than normal and run off of that. I think at this level it's too hard to grind it out for 40 minutes and nothing but half court. That being said, Temple will not allow us to run for 40 minutes, and we won't allow Temple to run. So we're going to need to pick and choose and then be able to run a half-court offense. But we would like to have a pace to the game. And what that means for a score, I don't know. I know Temple doesn't give a lot of run-outs and easy baskets, and they're hard to score on in the half-court. So it'll be a challenge for us.
Okay, toward the back.
Coach, is there an opponent this year that maybe reminds you of Temple, or is it maybe a situation where you look in the mirror almost to find a team that mirrors Temple?
Hard for me to compare them to anyone else. They're a very good team. They can hurt you in so many different ways. If you extend on them, they're going to drive by you. If you sag off on them, they're going to make three-point shots. They haven't won 26 games against the caliber of competition without having some skill level, and they're very well coached. They know what they want to do, and they're very, very good at it.
Okay, here on the left.
Mick McGrain, Mountain West Conference. Steve, I think you faced Temple twice in the tournament while you were at Michigan. Is there any particular thing that you remember from those games?
We won. Different coach, different program, so it's different. We're playing a different team at a different time, so I don't think that will have any impact on what happens on Saturday. They've got a storied program, one that's been very successful with Fran and before Fran with John Chaney, and they've got a proud tradition. And they're just like us now. They want to win in advance and get to that Sweet 16.
Here in the center.
Hey, Steve. Bob Ford from the Philadelphia Inquirer. You appear to have a size advantage in the front court, and they appear to have a little bit of a size advantage in the back court. Do you expect Fran on offense to try to exploit that, maybe play inside out, get his guards down a little bit on you guys?
They're a hard guard, Fernandez, when they penetrate off the dribble, they are big, and they have that ability to get in off the bounce and shoot over the top of you. So I'm sure that's what they do against everybody, regardless of their size. So we're going to have to do a good job of trying to keep them in front of us on all the things they do off ball screens, dribble handoffs, and all of that stuff. And that'll be a challenge for us. They got a good front line too. I mean, we're a team that, like most, that likes to throw the ball inside and play off of an inside-out type of a feel. So it'll be interesting to see who's able to establish some sort of a rhythm with their offensive game plan.
In the back.
Coach, obviously no Aztec team has gotten to this round of the tournament before, but you have as a coach. How much different is that first-round game than the second-round game in terms of intensity or preparation or any of those factors that go in?
I don't know that it is much. I think when you go in as a favorite, maybe a heavy favorite, whether you are or not, that's an added type of pressure on you. And probably most people said, "Oh, you're a heavy favorite." When we played on Thursday against Northern Colorado, they were a very good team. We knew that. And sometimes when you're supposed to win and you look up and it's close, you get a little that can add to the tension that you feel. We're going against a team that is every bit as good as we are, that's going to expect to win, and I don't think that either side would say, boy, how could they win or how could they lose when the outcome happens on Saturday. Whether that has any impact on playing a little more relaxed, making shots, playing better, I don't know. For us, we took a deep breath. I don't think we were overly tight when we started the game, but well documented we hadn't won a game. But we've had a lot of games like the one we had on Thursday with Northern Colorado where it's like back and forth, and then we get a spurt and are able to get a little bit of a lead. So that game for us was not unlike a lot that we've played this season.
Here on the right.
Coach Ben Higgins, KGTV. Do you think that despite the fact that you're ranked in the top 10, it's the round of 32 of the NCAA tournament, that you're a second seed, you still can sneak up on some people who haven't really seen you much so far this year?
Only on fans, but not on the teams that we're playing. They know we're good. They know we're good, and they have the same type of film sessions we do and showing things that our guys are doing that their players, with respect, are saying we got to make sure we do this against that. So no, I do not. I don't think so.
Back on the left.
Doug Howler, Arizona Republic. Steve, from what you saw yesterday and on film, what kind of problems does Fernandez create for you guys?
He's extremely intelligent, very gifted with the ball, a great passer when he forces you to help, and he's got the size to be able to both pass and shoot over you when he gets into those areas. Obviously, he had 17 first-half points, and then he had the leaner wiggle basket that won the game for them. I read about the knee problem that he had in January that cost him to miss a few games. He's very, very good, very smart, and obviously right now probably playing with great confidence.
Okay, in the back.
Coach, the team has been ranked in the top 5 and in the top 10 for most of the season. Would it be a big disappointment if you did not advance to the Sweet 16?
Absolutely, and it will be for Temple. Any time right now that you lose, you're crestfallen, you're devastated, and that's the way it should be. That's why so many people are engaged, involved, and interested to see what happens. This is a wonderful game that we have the privilege to be a part of. And if you're in that winning locker room, there's no feeling like it. And if you're in that other locker room, you could play just as good and come up 1 point short, and you're 180 in terms of your emotions and your feelings. So at this stage, when you lose, it's devastating. So we want to win. We want to win. We want to win because we want to continue to play in the pursuit of moving on and doing what everybody aspires to when you close your eyes as a little guy and dream about what you hope to accomplish.